Hello, today I wanted to record how I feel about when I found out I could not be a billionaire 2 days ago. I was watching the School of Hard Knocks, and then he has very interesting videos about how he stopped and approached and then interviewed and asked questions for some very rich people. It's what I feel first was maybe like how most people feel, like kind of interested to see, hey, what do other people say, or what would they like to, how much do they want to disclose their own information, how much people are really willing to share in front of the camera when you were stopped, like suddenly, you're not prepared to lie, so people will usually tell you how they feel at that moment, and usually I think it's pretty true. And first I felt okay, it's very cool, the place, the people very funny, some of them very honest, when some lady a little bit trying to hide, or some people trying to give a short answer, but everyone answered. And the second is I found out it was when he was met a guy from he turns out, like he said, you should ask a millionaire. I'm not a millionaire, I'm a billionaire. Then he started to tell stories, but he's so wise, trying to stay away from the people, kind of like zip codes. You gotta know the zip codes of bad people from your social life. And also you have to treat people very well. So how I felt is, after watching the lady who founded the undergarment, I forgot the brand, I never bought it, how passionate she was about sharing that the idea is so fragile and you have to preserve it, and really not even share with your most intimate person, like your spouse, your children, no friends. No, you wanted to protect the idea. And until she started, until the thing getting kind of mature, maybe, when you feel time is right, when you feel what other people say will not change how you pursue, I guess, how you continue, then you will disclose that, you share with people. So that, to me, I was very inspired. Like the camera, I feel like YouTube has connection, even not face to face. I feel that lady was really sharing. The passion is coming out of her body, her brain, and the mouth to us. It was very strong. And then what struck me further was when he was start to interview the founder who founded the bar, the famous Kind bar, which most people have seen around the whole world, especially in US, Europe. I'm sure you've seen that a lot. It's a Kind of bar. You just oatmeal with fruits. I am also a big fan. I bought that bar a lot. But what I mean is, first he mentioned how he has failed a lot of times before. How he started from such a hard way until he found this bar. He worked with people community. How he has to go from door to door to knock, to let people test and try. The whole process, even during when he was talking, it feels very, very, very hard. And then it was not as easy as a word to describe who he is now, the founder of Kind Bar, the billionaire. It's not like that easy. It was actually very hard to process. And then I also find his generosity to share was very touching. It was kind of like the lady founded the garment. I think it's a Spanx X. How she tried to do something unusual in the beginning to make her brand visible to all the customers, every cashier. So they all shared how they succeeded, how they started, what was the obstacle, and what it brings to them, and what's the best advice they have for the younger generation. The whole video, I was very thankful. And then I saw how the YouTuber of the School of Hard Knocks, how he finally got, and then he got interview Tom Cruise. It was so exciting. I can feel from his face about how excited he is. And then it was amazing about how Tom Cruise would actually decide to accept his interview as they are talking about success. Tom talked about his passion, how he, being a helicopter or being a pilot helped him to have a movie, something. It was all connected, and then the whole thing, and I remember from all those people he interviewed, it showed something that I don't think I can be. It's how he is the billionaire, always trying to make sure their friends, the people they work with, are very well taken care of. I really feel bad about, because I noticed from my personality is I always want to try to be on the side of the favor. It maybe started from when I was trying to do some business in college, and I always like to make the profit as maximum as possible. Or when I was a customer shopping around different country, how I enjoyed the bargaining and how I trying to keep my costs as minimum as possible. Now I get a little bit tired of it, but I'm not too tired enough to go outside of my cycle saying this is wrong, until when I kept hearing from all this billionaire mention about, for example, you never negotiate the mortgage or the rate with banker. You don't negotiate. I'm like, because I negotiate the rate down when I was trying to get mortgage. Of course, I thought that's something it's correct to do and you should be doing. Until when he mentioned about you want people to be happy to invest in you, and you want to grow with them together, I suddenly feel enlightened, and I feel, gosh, how stupid, and then how old and how ignorant I am, and how stupid and selfish I have been. I got tired sometimes recently. When I went to travel, I told myself, always pay what's asked. If I cannot afford, I walk away. So this happens, and it works. When I set that in my mind, it works. I feel very good because I feel at this moment, I wanted to do something different from what I was in the beginning. From maybe I would think in the beginning it's more like accumulating the wealth. Don't have much, try to save every penny I can. But this year I want to start as, now I'm not just a mother. I am my age. I have the wealth I have. So I do not want to tell myself that I should enjoy bargaining and take advantage of people. I think bargaining is an art. Don't get me wrong. Like when you sit on the table to negotiate, I always the first one to approach. I was always the first one to start about what I want. And here's what I can do for you. And here's what I want you to do. But after what he said, I feel something is wrong. I never thought about bigger picture. So this is when I feel like there's a big difference between me and a billionaire. There's a guidance, there's a mentor. There are tons of things that I personally have to learn. It's not just the wealth. And also I feel like my personality is not as inspiring, positive, or influential as those people. They must have done so much for their life that the efficiency they have, the repetition of success they have, made them enough to be able in front of the camera. Every sentence they say is precise to how they feel. Precise information, direct information can get to audience like us. It's empowering, but it also shows that how much they have done. So yesterday was my birthday. So I wanted to say, now I am kind of, what do I say? not retired, but I'm not working now. So I'm telling myself, I wanted to share, I wanted to start. I'm going to make myself a mission that for this 1 year, I'm going to try to have a goal to reach 100,000 people. Hope 100,000 people subscribe and like me. But I'm going to give myself 1 year to try to see, am I prepared to face myself? And am I prepared to try to be generous and then share something? Because I was holding very hard back about a lot of things I think I'm awesome about, and I want to hold them. I want to keep them secret. I am start to try to be quiet about certain things. I don't know why I wasn't like that, but recently I was like that, and I feel this is not so true. Should not be like that. It cannot. When we wanted to empower everybody, the goal is we want to live in a society where more people are getting empowered and be more positive, sharing, kind, and passionate, and enjoying what they're doing. And that energy we pass to all the people. Hopefully, if somebody doesn't have a good day today, she will be enlightened when they see a video like this. So again, thank you. And this is my first very honest video. I'm recording for myself, and I also hope you like it.